Alright, we are en route to a location where I am going to show you how to do easy long exposures. Alright, so here we are, beautiful South Florida day. So first let's go into the camera and just take a normal picture just to see what it looks like and compare it after we go through the settings. So the main purpose of this video is showing you the multiple exposure mode. That is what is called in Canon. I am unsure of what other brands would have it and the options that they have on their cameras. Now let me explain what the multiple exposure does. It basically takes 9 pictures, and so you got 9 separate ones, and it compiles them all into one picture. So you got 30 seconds 9 times, combining it into one, and you got a 4.5 minute picture. So it really makes it easy for you, and is a great way to be able to get super long exposures without having to go through all the manual configurations and bulb mode and everything and trying to figure it out. If you want a super easy way to do it, this is how you do it. Now this is on the 70D, so on the 70D menu, you will go over to the 4th option over in the menus. And then down, second one from the bottom is multiple exposure. And then you'll click on it and go from disable to enable. I always leave it on average, and 9 is the most exposure you can get out of this, and then I leave the option on continuously. Now one thing I want to point out is that this multiple exposure mode, it'll automatically disable when the camera goes off. Just make sure you pay attention to that and keep track of it, because I still make the mistake of it, and it gets really annoying after you're 5 pictures in and you realize, oh, this is just 5 separate pictures and not in the right setting. And so yeah, just watch out for that. So we're just gonna put our aperture all the way up as high as it will go. Right now that is at 40th of a second and is not really producing long enough exposure that we'd like. But multiply that by 9 and we'll be able to get a little bit of motion in there and make the picture look a lot better. So right now it's saying it was saying a 40th, right now we're at a 30th. So let's go ahead and shoot all 9 shots. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then our final result is one of those shorter long exposures to where there's just enough blur in the clouds. The clouds are moving fast enough to where it'll give just enough blur. The water is smoothed out just enough. It actually produced a really nice picture. And then we can go in and edit that. In future tutorial, I will show you editing the long exposures that I take here. But we'll go in to edit that and it will produce a really awesome picture. Now we're at 22 aperture. So let's zoom in as far as this lens will go, and now we can go up to 29. So let's see what the longest is that we can get. So right now it's giving me about 1/15th to 1/20th of a second. So now we are done with that one, and again the picture came out really well. A little bit of movement in the clouds, a little bit of the blurred motion of the grass, and some smoothness of the water. Yeah, overall it creates a much better picture than just the still shot that we just got at the beginning, you know, the real quick capture. So now we'll take this last picture with that first picture we took and put them next to each other, and you can see the difference there. It just that little bit of difference in the length of exposure makes a world of difference in the picture, and makes it one, look more professional, and it also just gives it kind of that wow or popping effect to the picture itself. So now that basic beginning step of long exposure is done, I'm going to use 2 extra tools in this just to show you what else we can get with this picture. I have a remote shutter release, and I have a supposed 10-stop ND filter, which is just a real cheap one I bought on Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and put the filter on, and for about an extra $50 we have these 2 extra tools that will significantly help you in getting even better long exposures. Obviously the shutter release will keep you from that little bit of movement. If you don't have a sturdy tripod, you will definitely want to get one of these. The tripod I have the video camera on right now came in a kit with that video camera, and it's super cheap, super flimsy, and every little tiny touch there's a little bit of vibration. And secondly, we got the filter on there blocking out a lot of light right now. Now, one thing you want to always make sure is that your autofocus is off and your image stabilization is off. If you have either one of those, just turn them off. Alright, so we are at an aperture of 16, we are at 30 seconds, multiple exposures enabled, ISO 100, and we are good to go. So let's go ahead and hold that down. And now this is going to take 9 pictures at 30 seconds a piece, so 4.5 minutes. So we're going to cut to the end of this picture and see how it looks. Alright, so as you can see in the picture, it dramatically changes how well the long exposure turns out having that filter. You know, the clouds are really smooth, the water's smooth, the waving of this grass right here is kind of nice and blurred out, and it just makes your image pop like it normally wouldn't. So my opinion is, this filter I got, you know, it was like $27, max $30. I would definitely suggest going ahead and getting that. If you already have the DSLR, you know, you already got the camera equipped to do it, get that filter and you can dramatically change your pictures. But without having the filter, go out, shoot today, and you can still make your pictures look far better than they would with just that quick little snapshot. You know, it just has that little bit of long exposure, and even sometimes doing this super long exposure doesn't look good. Doing that kind of in-between long exposure that you can achieve without the filter, that's what will look best for, you know, whatever certain image you're going for. You know, it just depends, as the artist, it depends on how you want it to look. If you want any of that information on what equipment I use, the link is below. So I hope this video helped you out in creating a better image. So just get out there and keep shooting.